Would you just get out of grammar school? I didn't even ask you. What was that, man?
I'm not good enough.
No, you're good.
726.
And what's it?
Yep.
Laney?
Delaney.
Delaney.
Irish.
Okay, Irish. Okay. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing on this Thursday? This video is the second part to Werner Town Hall in New Hampshire, where all that heavy bull crap went down with me and AFA. I'm sure you've seen his already, the whole thing. Maybe you didn't, I don't know. But check mine's out. I think you're gonna like it. It's from a different point of view, different view of the camera. And, you know, like, share, and subscribe. Share this video with people. Get me going. I will work for you guys. I will work hard and trying to get accountability and transparency on everything I do out there. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Him. And what do you know, folks? This video hadn't even dropped, and 20 minutes into it, my attorney is already calling their counsel. And that's how we do it. That's how we do it. And the other thing is, they look to like me, like, oh, you know, you're a professional. This guy is a real jerk. We're not going to speak to him. And that's how they like to be divisive. They like to divide us. But then my response is, well, he has every right to speak to you the way that he's speaking to you, and none of what he's saying is wrong. I'm just choosing to speak to you this way because the nicer I am, the more they run their mouth. Right. And the more information they give us. And the more difficult it makes them, because, and they know. Let me ask you, from when we first came in here to when we're leaving now, you think these cops have a much healthier idea who we are? And that they're in some deep shit?
Absolutely, people.
Complete attitude change.
Now let me get it off of that right into the people. You seen that guy? He followed us around. He followed me around, trolling me, and I had enough of him. I tried to be cordial with him, you know.
And
people,
that
old guy in there with the mustache and the one they let into the office after the fact of all this bullshit going on. Yes,
that guy. Okay, yeah.
That guy is a bootlicker, right? Ass kisser for this town, and I can see there's several of them here.
He's the guy that they call. He's the plant.
Yeah,
he's not like the resident, because you know what's interesting? That lady was like, I'm a resident. She's very active in her government politics. She didn't know who that guy was.
He was a, like I told him, he was a rock in my shoe. You know, I had enough.
See how quickly those cops backtrack, guys?
Warner Town Hall, New Hampshire. Over here on the side. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's like a now, I find it interesting how quickly were those cops willing to throw everyone else under the bus. See, they didn't realize who we were, they didn't realize who they were talking to, and they tried to flex, and now they're throwing everyone. Sir, listen, you come back here, we'll try and I had him going around telling them, hey, open the office, let them come in, let them take a look around. That's fine. Now I don't have to hash it out in court who's at fault. Fine. Right. The officer was instructed, and even though he doesn't work for the town administrator, he works for the police department. He enforces law, not policy. However, the argument's tough when you're talking in court, because you have to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that the police officer did it maliciously and he knew otherwise. The moment the police officer says, well, I was told this, or this training, I wasn't told that, then the water starts getting real murky, right? And the more fish you have in the pond, the harder it is to give a jury someone to blame, right?
She coming out and locking the doors, huh?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Look at
just the police officer.
So here we left the place. This is open till 6 o'clock. This place, right? But guess what? Oh, it's open. Let's see if she locked this door. Oh yeah, both doors are locked. See that, people? You freaking chumps.
What happened?
They closed it. They closed Town Hall right here. You pointed to the sign.
Town hall is closed today. We're sorry for any inconvenience. Thank you for your understanding. Well,
Auditors shut down town hall over cameras.
so does that mean that guy with the whiskey hat is trespassing?
I say for the taxpayers of Warner to step up and address this immediately. Did you see anything in there?
Oh yeah, whole office.
Really?
Yeah, see the whole office. I mean, they're not too smart.
So that's just proof they shut the doors, people. That proves that this town is corrupt as hell. They put a sign there. Now if you look, it's Tuesday. Their hours are till 6 o'clock tonight. Sad.
Municipality so bad. And I would really like to thank the Warner police officers that showed up here today, because they
With
made
an
it
attitude.
so much less difficult to actually win against this municipality. They threw our own town manager right underneath the bus. We'll catch you on the next one. Subscribe to M.A.A.
Yes.
And that's the reason I stopped.
Peace. All right, everybody. So we're on our way back to Town Hall in Warner. Josh over here has spoken to his attorney, spoken to the council from from this town of Warner, and he called them back. And I guess we're going back. Never been done in history, people, where auditor's been thrown out, threatened with arrest, violated the whole 9 yards, and here we are. We're going back with invitation from town council to go back and film everything that we didn't get to film because they locked down the whole place. And oh yeah, by the way, canceled the meeting, shut the doors and locked them, and closed town hall for the day. So we're going back to a town hall now that is supposed to be closed. As you see, Josh over there driving, and we're gonna go back and make history here. Never before done in the auditing community. Check this one out. People just getting out of the car here. We're back at Warner Town Hall. We got the attorney, their counsel here that we were supposed to meet. And let's go. Let's see what goes down here.
We just don't want our rights to be cut off. I know there's folks that do what we do that are not looking for that goal, and you understand that as well as I do. That is not what we do or why we're here. So we appreciate you inviting us back to take a look in those offices we weren't able to look at before.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
I haven't seen my client yet. I just got here when you got here.
Okay,
So can
yeah,
I
sure.
just
Absolutely.
talk to them?
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Thank you, Attorney
Do you go
Courtney.
right in through the front door?
Yes, now, when we left before, it was locked, but I'm sure that you can just give a knock. I think either one of these passes you a door. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much.
Okay, there's the town council right there. There's the attorney for the town people. And no, he's gonna go in and see what's going on, and he's gonna go talk to them. And let's wait. Just sit back and wait, people. Wrong as the day is long.
Would you like to apologize? Now, technically, right now, it's still closed, so
Right.
we do have to wait for an invitation to go inside. But I had a long conversation, about 20 minutes with Attorney Courtney, and on the phone, he was very professional. There was never a question of what we were doing was legal, and there was never a question on the phone if they were wrong.
Right.
He agreed that they were both wrong and that what we were doing was legal. And he's trying to rectify this now to make it so, our rights, are at least restored. I mean, there's even a sign on the door that says lift handle up. It's instructing people to go into the office.
So they still got the sign on the door, people. You know how City Hall is closed, but sure, go ahead.
Right there.
I'll get the door for you. Oh, isn't that nice, huh? The lady asked if it was okay. They see cameras and it just puts everybody in a different place, I guess. I don't know. You know? It's like,
I'm gonna wait in here for warm up.
still got the pumpkins out here, people. We're halfway through November. 20th almost. It's the 19th today, so I'm with AFA. Let's go inside. It's a little chilly out here still.
I'm just waiting here because it's warm up.
Yeah, I hear you. That's why I said let's go inside. He's smart. A little chilly out there still. Due to the circumstances, I was not having that on my mind.
Yeah. I mean, I could really pee.
Oh, I don't get it, people. How can a man, right, with an 8-ounce bladder piss 12 ounces out? I just don't get it. Where's the other 4 coming from?
Watch me.
That's what we hold it, you know, and as men, our prostates will absolutely feel it in the older days. That's why that prostate cancer gets us, guys. But we're still waiting on this council to come out, so like I said, they want to come to work, do what they want, how they want to do it, show up when they want, who they want to deal with, and how they want to deal with them. And if they don't want to, they just call the police and they come and back them up 100%. All on taxpayers' money.
Come on in.
Thanks. So this is the original office that we had went to.
Okay.
Welcome sign, lift candle up, no designation that it's private, and then we have this table here with, you know, it to me, it could be private if they wanted to make it, but as of right now, this is clearly a public area, especially with a member of the public in here conducting business. So this is where all of this happened. And the town manager, I might have overestimated, I think I said about 8 feet away, it might be about 8 feet away. She was over there at her desk, and because she was doing her work, we just decided not to engage her, so we stood over here and started reading this New Hampshire white birch sign. So I understand that, I mean, this is, I mean, you're an attorney, I don't have a law degree. I play it, doing a good job having a basic understanding, but unless there's a sign here, this is public access.
And you know, I think we can do a good job, better job of detailing what is and what isn't public access. Obviously, with these old buildings, they're not, you know, made for that kind of delineation, and that's something we'll look at. And I can't speak to exactly what happened earlier today, but we're trying to make sure everybody's on the
I
same.
mean, I can show you that the police officer had simply said that this is not public, and if we don't leave, then we're going to county jail. And of course,
Actually, he said this is her private office, is what he said. That's exact words out of his face.
which is fine. That can be her private office. If she just
And then he
demarcates it.
Then he threatened the rest without no litigation or nothing. He was the law at the time, and that was it. So of course, you know, I don't want my freedom taken for no crime or even, you know, because I got an unhinged cop that shows up because he got a call from, you know, a lady from town hall that works here and like told him lies, because I called her before he even showed up. I said, somebody called the cops. They told lies to get him here, and he's going to come in here hot-headed. And that's exactly what he did. He pulled a biting. Here's the deal.
Well, and I
You know,
I think we we disagree on, you know, some of the characteristics you're making about unhinged and fired up and everything. And
Well, you didn't see the video. You don't know. You
No,
don't know what was
I-
happening,
I-
right?
I'm not really trying to get into
Yeah,
the facts, but I think
that's fine. The only reason I'm here is because until it's demarcated as such, right now this is a public area, and I was made to leave under the threat of arrest without being able to take the pictures and video that I want. You very generously come down here to make sure we can get that. And I'm sure you'll put up signs, do whatever you want to do in the future. But we did speak on the phone, and I think we can agree, for all intents and purposes, right now, at least until they put up
He
a
don't want
sign,
to be on
that
camera.
this is a public area, especially if they're inviting other members of the public to come in and conduct business here. Am I right?
Well, I think we can agree that signs would help out in the
Yeah.
future. And,
Perfect.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Can we check out some of the other offices
Yeah,
here?
yeah. Come on in.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. See, sometimes people get it wrong. You guys got it wrong, and council's here very graciously explaining that we have every right to be in those places. So you should heed his expertise, right? This is the what is this the? I'm sure it's on the door.
Whose office? Yeah.
I might say on the door here. This is, this is administrative assistant to the Board of Selectmen. This is their office. Perfect.
I got a concern too, right? All these people that went home right now, they're not getting paid, are they? On taxpayer money for the day for 3 hours worth of work. I just want to make sure that's what I'm here for.
And also, like, moving forward, because I'm sure, like, you guys, you're fantastic, and you're gonna do a great job speaking to these
absolutely.
folks. This gentleman was under the understanding that I'm not sure if it was a felony or a misdemeanor, but it was illegal to film him without his consent.
Well, I think that's the wireless tap in New Hampshire, and then won't make consent. I think that's what we're talking about. But being in a public
Because I mean, if I was surreptitiously recording just his audio, separate a phone call, I think that's really the only designation where I could be considered that I'm violating any wiretapping statutes. But he was very clear in stating that it was illegal for me to film him, and that's why we do this, sir, so we can provide an education. You told me I couldn't do something that I had every legal right to do, and you called the police, who came down here and threatened to arrest me.
I did not call the police.
Well, I'm saying the town collectively, maybe not
So
you.
you cannot make
specifically.
statements like
Well, I
that.
can make
I did not
statements
call
that
the
you
police.
told me I was not allowed to film in a public place. Did you learn that you were wrong
I
today?
clearly stated afterward that I did not want to be filmed.
Right. Did you? Were you wrong?
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. You know,
I think we
you have the
just-
right to be free from self-incrimination. That's fine. Thank you.
That's,
I mean, listen,
Sure.
I'm very, very.
So upstairs
Thankful.
is that just the balcony?
Yeah, they explained that. So I think it was just downstairs. And thank you again, Attorney Court.
Yeah, appreciate that.
The town clerk's office. It looks like that might still be locked, but that's fine. I mean, I understand that you allow us to go in there, so I don't need to put up a stink about it. I appreciate you.
But we'll go downstairs, people, where we didn't get to,
Yeah, this is the assessing office.
which is not much
Here.
downstairs either, but a room here, a meeting room.
A key. Well, we were just trying to go
you want
inside.
me to-
If there's the main office was up there. I'm fine. Just, I mean.
What do we have here? Just a automatic door there.
Attorney Courtney, I appreciate your time and attention to this. I can see that you take it, and I'll tell you, in all the years I've been doing this, I've never had a corporation counsel even take the phone call, let alone being willing to come here. I can see your commitment to transparency, and I can also see your commitment to your clients. You don't want to see them, needing to pay out some enormous lawsuit because someone had misinformation or someone wasn't given the right information. I would always extend an olive branch, should you want it, for me to come in here without cameras at no expense to provide First Amendment audit training. I've done it at federal, local, municipal, county installations across the country, Department of Homeland Security, Secret Service. We provide excellent resources to make sure that you're able to get through the day during a First Amendment audit, and you know exactly how to respond if one's here.
Do you have a card?
I don't have one on me actually, but I have your cell phone, so what I can do is I will text my information to you. I'll take your card. Perfect. I just don't want to put my camera on you because I don't want people seeing your phone number there.
That's fine. I called you on my cell phone, but
Yes, sir.
why don't you email my office?
Perfect.
That's not.
Yeah. And listen, and it's not like super aggressive stuff. It's like as simple as this. Sometimes if you're a public employee, you might say, "Can I help you?" And if I wasn't someone like myself, I might take advantage of that and say, "Yeah, let me get a cheeseburger. Why don't you mind your own business? That's how you can help."
Sure.
One of the easiest ways to deal with it is, "Hey, hope you enjoy your time. Beautiful town hall. I won't bother you. If you need anything, let me know." And you go back to your work because you give that person zero opening to be negative at all. If at that point they are, then it's very easy to see through that person as just someone
Yep.
that's looking to try and get a reaction.
Sure.
Stuff like that we use to try and make sure that moving forward, we want the government to work for us. I'm not an anarchist. I think we all want to make sure that
Absolutely.
we know what happens when there's no one to help us get to where we need to go. So.
Sure, and I think, the town is, gonna move forward, and I look to getting your information, and I'm glad we could resolve this right now,
And I know you're busy, and I know you don't just represent this town, because I've heard your name come up before. I always have heard it as a better choice than KP Law, is what I've always been told. Because we deal with Corporation Counsel quite a bit, and like I said, never had someone come out to meet us, let alone answer the phone. This town is very lucky to have you, and I think because they did, and through democracy, we were able to get what we want and also save the taxpayers of this community a lot of money. Because if we had been arrested, I mean, as an attorney, I think we both know that it wouldn't have even been a trial thing. It would have been an intent, mediation, and that's what would have been. And we don't want that, because when we have to sue somebody, the cop isn't paying out his personal fund, his personal money, right? The taxpayers are paying it.
Yeah.
And in communities like this, it's not, all right, let's go into our slush fund. It's, which department do we cut? Education, library, emergency services? Which Paul do we take from to pay Peter? And no one wants that.
No one wants that, no. Well, it was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, attorney. Thank you. Is the police officer,
to meet
his
you.
car here, is he still in the building?
Yeah, I believe he's somewhere.
If I could just thank him before I leave, I don't know if you just,
Yep.
thank him for sticking around. I'm not sure which officer it is. It might be the corporal, but. I'm sorry?
Yeah, over there.
Oh, he's over there? Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
Oh, he's having lunch, eh?
Yeah.
That's why a lot of the buildings closed down too right now. So I think he was across.
And it's that one right there. I believe they both came in that vehicle, so they're together.
I think just the corporal came. I don't know. I don't want to go in with cameras, disrupt your business. Maybe you can. Let me give this to you for a second. I'm just gonna see if he's in here. You can come right up the stairs right here, please. No, we're not gonna go in. Hey, this is the sergeant. Try to come out of the way. I gotta wanna. Thank you.
We'll go out of the way.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we're not disrupting it.
I figured.
We call it.
I got this here. So I don't know if you've had a chance to meet him. Fantastic guy, Attorney Michael Courtney. He's the town's legal counsel.
I've talked to Mike several times.
Perfect. So we were allowed to be in that office. We were able to get our pictures now. And moving forward, willing to work with him. I think that hopefully we left with a better understanding. I explained to him, I'm not looking out here to file lawsuits, and that's not what I'm here for. I do believe in what I do. I got it tatted all over my body. My kid, beautiful baby that I just had, I want her to be raised in the same America that you want to raise your kids in. And when somebody threatens me with arrest, had that door not been locked, the only thing I wanted is to make sure I got a double lock on the cuffs and that you got me a tell me phone call. I'm glad it didn't escalate to that, because at that point, then the town's up a lot of money. I appreciate you sitting down and speaking to me, and in the future, right? And you're a very nice guy. You threatened arrest, and for being in her personal office. That was not the case. That was the people's office. Could it be fair for us to say that you were misinformed, you were given the wrong information, we could shake hands and go about our day?
Yeah, I'll look.
I think there was a misunderstanding. I think we're gonna change things in the town so everyone understands what's fair game and what's public and what's private.
I'm just looking for
We're
someone to
gonna-
say,
I think that's
we're wrong,
appropriate.
I'm sorry. Like, I was threatened with arrest and I had not committed a crime, and I think he's a fantastic guy.
Yeah,
I don't have an issue. I'd just like a handshake and listen. Sorry, we got this one wrong. I've gotten it wrong before too, and I've had to save face and admit it because that's what I owe a duty to the people whom I serve, like the public that watches my videos. If I get something wrong, that's on me. Like that woman over there is able to raise her child in a beautiful free country, and this isn't an act of a terrible act. I believe in this. And I was threatened with arrest. I hadn't committed a crime. There was a miscommunication. And I'm just wondering if someone could apologize to me, shake my hand, and we all go about our day. And it's not an admission of guilt. I have no intention of suing. Listen, I'm not fishing for an admission of guilt.
I'll say this. You know, you have the right to film in a public place. And the town is going to do a better job of delineating what's public and what's private going forward. I'm sorry for the confusion and miscommunication that goes to this level.
Thank you, Attorney Courtney. I appreciate it. All right. Sergeant, an awful thank you. Corporal, thank you for your time. I paused the video. Listen, I think that piece
Of course,
shit
you're the man. I'll shake your hand.
That is a scar on the community for what we stand for. Just like Derek Chauvin is a scar in the community what you stand for. I have friends that are police officers that walk out their house in the morning, and one guy texts me, he's like, dude, I don't even have to fucking go to work. He's like, I walk out the door, someone's gonna take a shot at me. His Ring doorbell caught a muffler back there as a community. That really is what I am about. That's really why I'm having this conversation. I know tempers got flared, but this is the outcome I'm looking for. I would have had rather, and so would you, to have not had to meet each other at all today. But if we did, this is the outcome that I'm looking for.
Okay.
So I hope you have a good day.
Good to see you.
I hope you remain safe.
Will
Have
do.
a safe day. Attorney Courtney, thank you for your time.
Sarge, can I just ask you one thing to do for me?
Yeah.
Don't go that route with people.
I do
Don't
my
don't
job
threaten to
even-
take the. Don't
even
thre-
in-
That's your
even
job.
in
Okay.
I treat everybody with the same respect.
I
every day,
got
and
I
go
got what
about
you're
my
saying,
job
right,
that
sir?
way, so,
But don't throw that in people's faces, man, because that's not right. You know what I mean? Like in this case, you were completely wrong. You went off a hearsay. You know what I mean? How many people are convicted off
Listen,
hearsay?
what if you got
None,
the other guy?
right?
He would
So
have jumped. He would have been like, "Oh, you're gonna arrest me if I go in that office?" And you're like, "All right." And then, but that's the point. And then it's like these taxpayers, like,
Yep.
I
So here's
listen, I know.
again, I can only respond with
Right.
the information I am given, and I have
Understood.
to address every situation with the information I am given.
Understood. We
I
figured
treat
it-
everybody
we figured it
across
out.
the board with respect and cordialness.
I'm not telling you how to
and
do
I
your
just go
job or
about
what
my
to think.
job
I'm just asking
as
you,
I have been
please
for the
do not
past 20 plus
approach
years,
somebody
so.
like that again and
But
tell them,
I'm-
here's the deal. No, there's no
So what we'll do
negotiating.
is
You will go
leave
to
it at
jail.
this. We got
So
some business
that
to take
that's
care of.
scary.
And
That's
I've got
I'd rather you
questions.
have
I've
me
got
come
questions.
up
You
to me
better
with a
ask
gun
the
and try and rob me.
Patriots.
Seriously, than take my freedom
I'm
like
actually
that.
not a football guy. I'm a Bruins guy, and I'm a little disappointed in the Bruins right
Did you get
now.
NHL 25 yet?
No,
Can't be a Bruins fan unless you sit down in your basement and hide from your wife like I do, play video games.
no. Well, I hide my tree stand in the woods. That's where I hide it. So.
Oh no! I hope I never see you in the woods.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Don't shoot me because I was not wearing orange while we're in the woods, Sarge. Yeah, he's still condescending. He's just they're crap. They're crap.
See, and the sergeant was about to say I was wrong, and then now notice the body language. What
Yeah.
I've been doing, so, and I say, he goes, well, what I will say, and I said, listen, his apology is not an admission of guilt. I just want someone to apologize for threatening us with bodily harm, and then he apologized. There you have it, folks. Never do that in history. This man is the biggest pit bull in the First Amendment community.
Right, everybody? We are here in Warner, New Hampshire, at the Pillsbury Library, almost directly across the street from Town Hall. We figure we go in and give this an audit before we take off. You'll see that video on Warner Town Hall, the corruption that I found, and we ran into a sergeant. He thought he was biting. Here's the deal. Get out of this office, or you're under arrest. No ifs, ands, or whats about it. Oh, we're going into the library. I'm here with AFA. Let's go in and check it out. $1,500 people wanted a sign-on bonus. Oh, it's very small. But I mean, this is the free library, and I believe the. The other library's across the way. Oh, maybe, I don't know, maybe they got stairs that go down on the other side.
I wanted to come over here and relax for a little bit.
You're very welcome to do that.
Thank
Libraries are good for that. Feel free. There's some nice comfortable chairs in the other room near the fireplace. There's some more in the sun over there.
And you're that
I'm the
makes
director.
sense that you're the director. And I got an audience live here.
Okay.
And I want to point out to them how professional you are.
Thank you.
Because we walked into town hall across the street. We were rushed by police, threatened with arrest
Oh, that's too bad.
for being in a public building. It took their attorneys to come out and tell them, thank God you didn't arrest them,
Yeah.
but you can film in a public place.
Sure.
And I said, I want to go to the library. It looks really nice. And I'm so happy to have met you because I went from about to be arrested in public
Yeah.
to being welcomed with open arms.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that they didn't quite know what to do about it. But
you do.
You're always welcome to be in the library. It's, as you say, a public space, and we're
And
very proud of this
have you
library.
been provided like training on like cameras, First Amendment stuff? How are you
A
so
little
well
bit,
versed?
yeah, sure, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, I thank you. It's not your business or your fault for what they did. I just thank you for your
Right,
hospitality.
I thank you also.
Yeah.
All right, so you're doing the same,
Yes, ma'am.
Channel
we
or
will
whatever you
stay
call
out of
it?
the children's
Yeah.
room.
No.
Too. We're not, no businesses.
sure.
You know, just the public areas here.
Well,
And
Well,
thank
we're
you.
very proud of the library. That's the original building, built in 1891 by the Pillsburys for the library, for the
Now,
town. to be
different
library.
from the Pillsbury that we all.
George and Margaret were the parents of Charles, who was the first owner of the Pillsbury Flower Company.
No way.
Wow.
That is awesome, huh?
Yeah.
So
To
I
see?
should call that. Don't tell him I said it, but I should call that cop the doughboy.
No,
I'm just being silly.
that would be rude.
Yeah. I've been turning a new leaf
Yeah.
this year.
Well, good.
Thank you very much for your hospitality, and this community is just very lucky to have you.
We'll show your audience our beautiful stained glass in there.
Yes,
And-
ma'am.
Oh,
I will.
definitely.
Thank you so much.
You're
Take
very
care.
welcome.
Guys, so I just want to let you know. I want to make sure I'm not in here. So let's just sit down for a second and talk. Let's talk about what just happened to us, folks. I'm gonna sit right here, and I'm gonna give you the lowdown. Video coming tomorrow. Man, this is a nice, comfortable chair. All right, perfect, beautiful. All right,
We're gonna
welcome,
get-
everyone. So, I am in the town of Warner, New Hampshire. And today, myself and M.A.A. Audits, we went to the Warner Town Hall. And within moments of our arrival, being in a public office, we were told that it was illegal to film without permission, and that also we weren't allowed to be in there filming. Immediately, Sergeant Adinolfo and a corporal, I think I have their number, his name there. Sergeant Adinolfo and Corporal Tom Radford of the Warren Police Department showed up, and they said, I quote, "You are not allowed to be in there. You can leave, or you're both going to county jail." They shut the entire town hall down. They continued to cancel the select board meeting, and then they shut the... Now, while I'm conducting the audit, I cut the video. I send the video to my attorney. While I'm doing the audit, my attorney calls while I'm filming, and he says, "Are you serious?" He's like, "I hope your favorite candy bar is $100 grand, because that's easily what we're going to get from these people." Then the sergeant Adinolfo comes around the corner and he just really upset. Our attorney is called Upton and Hatfield, located in Concord, New Hampshire. They just got a call from your attorney. So we called their attorney. We spoke to attorney Michael Courtney. Props to him, because I've never had a corporation counsel even answer the phone for us. Not did he answer the phone. He continued to have a 20-minute conversation with myself and M.A.A. Audits, explaining how this town had screwed up royally. And the silver lining in this is that they didn't actually arrest us. Because if they had, it would have cost his clients hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, we originally walked out of the office, right? I walked out and I said, all right, no, we'll leave. And then I said, give me a few minutes. And I told the cops, I said, I'm going to make sure I got my bail set. And then I made a few phone calls. I did 2 favors. Number one, double lock the cuffs. Make sure they don't clench up on me. And I've been nothing
He
but
was ready to
professional.
take it for the team.
I've been very professional, and you guys have violated my rights. So at least make sure that I can get a phone call in a reasonable amount of time. And then I turned around. I went to open the door, and then they said, the cop turned around. At this point, it's not, we can't film in a public place. This point, he knows who we are. Their attorneys are getting calls from our attorneys live. You can't make this stuff up. And all of a sudden, the cop's saying, listen, it wasn't us. It wasn't me. I wasn't saying you couldn't film in there. What I was saying is that we got a call that there was a disturbance, and you just showed us the video. Clearly,
And somebody felt threatened.
yeah, someone felt threatened. There was a disturbance. Clearly, you were very professional. There was no disturbance. No one felt threatened. We got a false call. And I said, so you're telling me at this point that if I go back into that office, you're not going to arrest me anymore? And he said, no, I'm not gonna, unless you're violating. They very quickly, and the more professionally and kindly I spoke to them, the more they were willing to talk. And the more they were willing to throw the town manager under the bus. It's the town manager's policy. The town manager told them if the door had a lock on it, that it was private and it couldn't be entered. The front doors to the town hall have locks on them. They went on to say that the area I was in was private. First of all, if it's not marked, it doesn't count. Secondly, when I went in, there was public doing business in there. While I was in the building, the very office they threatened to arrest me for going inside. They had members of the public going in and out, conducting business. And then the woman says, you can come in, but you can't bring your camera. So I said, this is a public office. The only reason I'm being threatened with jail right now is because I have a camera. What if I had a cross? What if it was because of sexual orientation? Like, how far are we willing to take this? They threw the town manager under the bus. They said, she's only been town manager for 6 months. She has no experience. These police officers could not throw the town manager under the bus fast enough. And then we were about a half hour away. We got a call back from their attorney from Upton Hatfield, attorney Michael Courtney. And he said, hey, Josh, just spoke to my clients, the town. Would you meet us back there? We want to make sure we let you go in every office you were unable to go into. Now, this is history, folks, because never, at least to my understanding, and I've been in this community a long time, I'm one of the first, no one has ever been threatened with arrest, removed from an entire town hall, and then
Invited
the
back.
town's lawyers invite us back in and say, hey, our guys did really bad and we don't want a lawsuit. Come on back. And he did. We went into every single office, and the police officer admitted that he was wrong. He had the attorney do it for him because they didn't want to use an admission of guilt, because an apology is considered an admission of guilt. And it shows a lot, because I was calm, cool, collected cop today, right? Like, that was my role. I was because I knew that if I'm yelling and screaming at them, this isn't just a regular cops owned. I knew they were going to be held accountable as soon as they uttered the words arrest. So I knew I had to get them to talk and to point fingers, because it's easy for the police, right? They just say, well, I was given bad training, or I wasn't told that was the case. To pierce their qualified immunity, you need to prove that a police officer, knowing and willingly, knew that you were allowed to be in there and that he violated your rights and arrested you anyways. As soon as that cop says, this person told me to do it, that person told me to do it, makes it that much harder. So I went to every single person. They all pointed at the town administrator, including their corporation counsel. So that's where. So I'm getting them to talk, and then M.A.A. audits. M.A.A. went M.A.A. in seconds, an absolute pit bull. And at one point, the cop says, well, I'm willing to talk to you because you were really nice, and I'll give you a tour of this place. But if he wants to keep being mean to me, then he's got to go. So this is where we're at. Again, it was the Warner Police Department in Warner, New Hampshire. Sergeant Jonathan Adinolfo. Also was Corporal Tom Radford. And it was interesting. They kept telling M.A.A. and I that they just wanted this to be a peaceful Tuesday. And I said, that's interesting. You want this to be a peaceful Tuesday. Between the two of us, only one is willing to put hands on the other. You're saying you want this to be a peaceful Tuesday, but you're willing to put your hands on me and arrest me and take me away for something I didn't do. And I said, you know what? Fine. Let's do it. Give me 5. And I told him, I said, give me 5 minutes. I'm going to go outside, make sure my bail's all lined up. I'm coming right back in and I'm going in that door. And by the time I walked back into the building, they were no longer willing to arrest me. Let me have M.A.A. give you guys a shout. Hold on. Here we go.
Shout out, people. Everything you just heard out of his face, absolutely how it went down. Them cops are out of control. And now it's a small town. I understand that, right? So it's real easy to wrap around and get everything under control. Being the sergeant, quote, I think he should be without a badge. He's dangerous. He was willing to go to the Obama. I mean Biden. Biden. I call him Biden because between them two, they didn't make a good president together. But anyways, he was ready to slap the cuffs on us just like that. Just on hearsay, didn't come in. And you'll see in my video, it shows him coming right in and offering us a peace offering, which is, here's the deal. You guys are both going to get out of here right now, or you're both going to county jail. No questions asked. No questions asked, no excuses given. So, of course, we left under the threat of arrest. I don't want to go to jail.
Well, I didn't mind. I just wanted to make sure before I went to jail, I had my bail set up. So I said, all right, you got that. But now explain to them. Now, guys, this happened 3 hours ago. When we came back to meet the attorney, the police are still parked in front of town hall, and we found them in a donut shop.
Yeah, waiting for us
You
to
wanna
come
go show
back.
them?
What's up?
Let's go show the people. See if they're still there. You want to show the people if they're still
Yeah,
there?
sure. Let's do it, man. Let's take a walk, people.
Let's take a walk. And we'll thank this wonderful young lady for her hospitality if she's here. Thank you very much for your hospitality.
We appreciate you.
I was being a little loud and I had to remind myself I have to be quiet in the library.
Modern libraries aren't as quiet as they used to be. I wondered if you could let me know where we could see your live
Yes,
stream.
ma'am. My channel is called Accountability for All,
Okay.
and his
Is that
channel
an F or
an F. Yes, ma'am. FOR. And his channel is called M.A.A. Audit.
Okay, I'll need to write that down
Okay.
before I forget.
And you can see. Let me flip it this way.
And this is on YouTube?
This is on YouTube, yes, ma'am. And there's all the people in there right now that are commenting and saying how nice you are and
Thank
how
you.
lovely you are. So,
All right.
yes, ma'am. Accountability for All
Okay.
and M.A.A. then separate audit.
Okay, thank you very much.
My pleasure. We're live right now, so we appreciate it.
We do appreciate people like you. This is what we look for.
Yeah, good.
Cordialness, education,
And so is your
and kindness,
purpose
you know?
Is your purpose to educate public
Absolutely, the
officials
people,
about the right?
right, that and the public itself, that, you know, you can film wherever it's public.
Right.
The eyes can't be trespassed, you know, and basically that's it, you know, and with that, they should grow in knowledge of what's going and what's to come in front of them, you know? So that's how we do it, and
We'd like to show, like, you know, it'd be really easy for me to come in here and try and antagonize it and get a reaction. We just want to come in and be left alone. And if we're not, use that interaction that we had to hold whatever municipality that is accountable for their actions. Like across the streets. We were threatened with arrest for not committing a crime. It would have been very easy for us to just sue. But instead we worked with them to try and educate, and it's just like you. You know, you're constantly, as a librarian, an educator, and there's no better shrine to the First Amendment than a library, because from floor to ceiling and wall to wall, it's the best representation of the First Amendment. Everyone else is spoken word. And we want to make sure that that legacy is able to continue. Sometimes the fight is more difficult than others.
yep.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much for your time.
You have a great day now.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Now this is just a quick walk.
Let's see.
Is the police car still out in front? I think they might have left. since we came in, I bet you once they realized we were live, they took off.
I can't see until I get over to the right a little bit more, and
There was pods right there.
no, they absolutely left.
And we went live as soon as we got here.
If you look at that white building over there, people, that's the donut shop. Well, you see it in my video when we were with the attorney. But that's gonna be that. You see that lady in that library? Why can't public officials be like that?
Are you live?
No.
Do you want to show them a quick glimpse of how that officer responded and what he said to us?
His AFA explaining to his people he's live right now. And
And guys, there's 800 people in here right now. If everyone could do three things. Number one, give me a thumbs up. Number two, if all nearly 730 of you right now could please subscribe to my friend, my best friend, M.A.A. Audit, okay? Go to his channel, check him out, because while I was in there, behind enemy lines, negotiating to secure our freedom, this man was an ultimate pit bull. I can tell you this is going to be one of the only videos where I'm not going to be able to bleep out swears because there were so many of them. This guy, and I can't say he had my back, because to have my back means that he's like some lesser assistant or something like that. He had my side. Out here doing the work, and the guys, how many subscribers do you got?
almost 8,000.
8,000. It's a goddamn shame. You should have 118,000.
Thank you. I believe that myself, but I
You
just
believe
haven't
that
got to the
yourself?
right people, I guess.
So again, this is the Warren Police Department in Warren, New Hampshire, and we were threatened with arrest for no crime by Sergeant Jonathan Aginolfo and Corporal Tom Radford. We had a whole day here planned, people.
Yeah.
We're going to be out filming these great states, and we've only got one audit done, and we started at 8 o'clock this morning. And for those of you that are out there that are saying, oh, this is for views, this is for a paycheck, what did it take me to do
It's chilly out too, people, so I mean this is work. People say this is not work. This is absolute work. We go out here, we try and teach these people, you know, or enlighten them on their rights, especially the First Amendment. It is the First Amendment, people. Freedom of press, freedom of speech,
They told us that it was
freedom of religion, freedom to
film,
assemble,
and they were willing to take
freedom
us to
to
jail.
redress your government.
However, both the
Five
town
elements
manager
that none
and
of
the
these
president of the
officials
select board
know.
both took out their cameras to film me.
They don't have to. You'll see in the video where the lady that started all this crazy stuff and put my safety and Josh's safety at risk, our freedoms, and you know, you won't see her. You only see her in the beginning of the video because she disappears and lets everybody else take over. She felt threatened. We were disorderly. You're gonna find out that's wrong. Just watch the video, people, and leave your comments. Let Josh, you know, do his thing over there with his live. You know, he's got like almost 1,000 people watching him.
And that flag is still waving.
Hopefully, this gets out there to hundreds of thousands of people to see, and you know,
Guys,
we
wait
continue
till
our
you see
journey.
this video tomorrow.
And yeah, I'll be dropping it maybe tomorrow or the next day. So we'll go with that, and just stay tuned for that video. As of right now, we're just gonna hang out for a little bit. And,
And the people
he's gonna
who run
finish
this
his
enjoy
thing over
enjoy the
there.
artwork.
And until then, people, until the next one, peace.
It certainly keeps us going, and if someone wants to throw a super chat party, please feel free to do so. We're out here right now with M.A.A. Audit because now we're talking to people. At least 5 maybe? Chad, how many people have came and left without being able to get services? My count's 5, I could be wrong. They didn't have body cams, guys. The only
No
thing
body
they did
cams
was
on these cops. The town hall is closed. They did shut the thing down, so I just asked one question while I was in there. If, you know, these employees that went home and shut the place down on the public, making sure that they will not get paid.
Ron Lord says
for this.
M.A.A. is an absolute pit bull. I love the guy. He always has your back, Josh.
Always. Till the end, my friend.
And should we go to the police department?
Yeah, maybe we should go talk to the chief. and
Let's go see if the chief of police is in today, guys.
See if he agrees on what his comrade did. Oh, he's cute.
You are very cute. I know. You got places to go. Let's go. So we're just gonna go around the corner and down to the library.
Until we get there. I'm gonna shut you guys off for now.